This is Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerantz. We're joined today by Patty Conover. She is with the Orange County Business Council, known as OCBC. Tell us about OCBC briefly.
Great. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Orange County Business Council is an advocacy organization. And we work to create a dialogue and bring together business, government, and academic leaders to really understand what kind of opportunities are available to enhance the economic health of Orange County and really California as a whole.
And there's a lot going on in Orange County with business, government, and academia.
Oh, yeah.
UCI, Chapman, Cal State Fullerton, you know, the Irvine Company, 34 cities, a county government. I mean, you're busy.
Oh, absolutely. And Orange County, I mean, not a lot of people know this, but we're actually the 6th largest county in the nation.
Right.
We have more population here than 20 other states in the union.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I knew that. I did know that, yeah, which is crazy. I mean, just in our world of television, I mean, Orange County could be its own television market with 3 million people. I mean, San Diego has about 3 million people, and they're their own television market. So that's another kind of analogy to how big and significant Orange County is.
Oh, sure. It's quite large. And so at the Business Council, we represent the largest businesses in California. And that's extends to about 250,000 of people who are working, men and women working here in California, as well as about 2 million people globally.
So one of the challenges you face is Orange County's a terrific place to live.
It is very nice. Yeah.
Great public schools, great weather, lots to do, but what does that mean? It's really expensive to live in Orange County. Tell me about it.
Right. So as you say, it's a great place to live. We have excellent education opportunities. We have a lot of businesses that are thriving here. We're very close to 2 major ports, which is great for international trade. But the problem is that California as a whole, the whole state, actually hasn't built enough housing in about 7 years just to house the people who live here now.
And as I understand it, Patty, specifically in coastal counties like Orange, like Los Angeles, like Ventura, like San Diego, the dearth of housing is a huge problem. I mean, we need to be building like 250,000 units a year, and we're building maybe 100,000 units a year.
Exactly.
And that's just not enough.
No, you're right. It's not enough. So in Orange County alone, we need to build 62,000 homes today just to meet the demand for the people who are living here.
And I learned that when stats came out in May of 2016, the average price of a home in May of 2016 in Orange County beat the top of the market prior to the recession, when Orange County was exploding with value. So that's a blessing and a curse that we're at that state right now.
Exactly, right. So as you say, it's very expensive to live here in Orange County. And what you see when you have a very expensive area to live is you see people doubling, tripling up in homes to try to make ends meet. They're putting a lot of stress on the infrastructure, right? And then you see what we have now, we call it a millennial flight, which is people of my generation who are packing their bags and they're taking off. So Orange County actually has the 2nd highest rate of millennial flight than any other place in the nation.
The nation.
Right.
Not California.
No, that's the nation. Right.
Now, are they moving to Riverside and commuting in, or moving to San Bernardino and commuting in, or are they going to Denver? Going to Austin?
It's both.
Okay.
So we do see a lot of people who are moving into, you know, as you say, Riverside,
Corona,
which is a traffic nightmare, right? Because there's still,
yeah.
we're an economic hub. You know, we have a lot of jobs here in Orange County, so they're clogging up the freeways, quite honestly, trying to get to work.
So what can the OCBC do? Because you advocate, and look, the governor has been trying to streamline regulations as it relates to bona fide affordable housing, lower income housing, but it looks like that's not going to make it this year. And, you know, if that would have made it, presumably that would have taken stress off some housing segments. So where does the council go?
So first of all, we are very grateful to the governor for including a housing proposal into his budget, because as you we're talking about, it's a very critical issue and something we're very concerned about. So we're going to continue to push for those kinds of policies. The governor's proposal was very, very innovative and a great proposal. It was going to help really reduce a lot of the redundancies and barriers to building, and we think that's an excellent step in the right direction.
At the same time, we are seeing a rental housing crisis. And that becomes particularly acute in places like Los Angeles County, Orange County. Is that something that can be addressed through advocacy?
I think so, because I think a big part of it is that it's just changing the narrative. A lot of times people think of building and they have a negative connotation with it, when really building is, a lot of times we're creating homes for families, and we're creating homes that are really needed for the people who are going to be working here and living here.
So let's presume that Orange County is able to address some of these needs. We see more rentals come online, we see more homes being built. That's great, but that means there are more cars on the road. And I can see you took a deep breath because just more people brings more cars, and maybe one day we'll have a wonderful subway system that will move everyone around, but not yet. And so is OCBC trying to get Sacramento to get off their to get some transportation funding, because we know the gas tax isn't what it used to be? And so where's OCBC on that?
Absolutely. So we do have 4 core initiatives that we work on at OCBC. One of them is housing, one of them is infrastructure, and advocating for a sustainable and sustainable investment in infrastructure so that we can build what we need in order to keep people moving.
I will say this though. There are folks that can complain about the toll roads in Orange County.
Sure.
But it was innovative, and it showed an effort for an alternate solution. And at some level, it's working. There have been problems. Is that something locals are going to have to do if Sacramento doesn't get moving, to start to just take matters into their own hands?
Absolutely, and it's very important that counties take a look at the toll roads and really consider that as taking control of their local communities. Because when you have that autonomy over your infrastructure funding, you're better able to plan for the people who are here.
Orange County, though, also is a self-help county.
Yeah.
You are taxing yourselves to allow for transportation projects. Sacramento's not matching much from your self-help dollars, but what about the feds? Is that something that OCBC is looking at? Are there many federal dollars for transportation local projects?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we actually, at OCBC, we have 2 advocacy trips that we go on every year. One is to Sacramento, the other one is to Washington, D.C. to do exactly that, to meet with legislators on the federal level and let them know that this is a problem, this is an issue for our people. How
can we get involved in the Orange County Business Council?
Oh yeah, well we have a great website with lots of really good information. It's www.ocbc.org, and we're also located very close by in Irvine.
Nice.
So
right in the middle of the county.
Yeah.
So that works. So thank you for what you're doing for the County of Orange, and like you said, for the entire region, because in the end, county lines don't matter. We're all going, back and forth, and I appreciate you joining us today. Her name is Patty Conover.
Yes.
Patty Conover is with the Orange County Business Council. My name is Brad Pomerantz. You're joining us on Local Edition.